Hey there, fellow numismatists and coin collectors. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins and history. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss out on our exciting coin explorations. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most intriguing and valuable pennies in United States history, the 1983 D1 coin. Not only is it a piece of history, but it also holds a fascinating story and incredible potential value that might just blow your mind. So sit back and relax as we embark on this numismatic journey. Let's start with the basics. The 1983 D1 coin, also known as the 1983 D penny, was minted in Denver, Colorado, hence the D min mark. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced over 7.7 billion pennies, making it one of the most common coins in circulation during that time. However, as with most coins, some examples are worth far more than their face value, and the 1983 D penny is a perfect example of this. When you look at this coin, you'll notice the usual design. On the obverse, we see the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been the face of the penny since 1909. On the reverse side, we have the traditional shield design, which was introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Now, let's dive into the rich history of this particular penny. The 1983 D penny was part of a very significant era in the United States Mint's history. In the early 1980s, the U.S. faced a significant economic challenge: rising metal costs. This led to a critical decision by the U.S. government. The penny would no longer be made of pure copper. Instead, the mint switched to a new composition of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. This change in composition was a response to the soaring prices of copper, which made it more expensive to produce pennies. The 1983 penny was the first year that these zinc-based pennies were minted, marking a significant shift in the coin's material makeup. For collectors and historians, this transition signified a major turning point in U.S. coinage, as it was the last time that pennies would be produced with copper as the predominant metal. But the story of the 1983 D penny doesn't end there. In fact, it's the very year that sparked one of the most exciting numismatic mysteries of all time. While most of the 1983 pennies were minted in this new zinc-copper composition, there were rare anomalies, coins that were struck with the old copper planchet, instead of the newly designed zinc ones. These rare copper 1983 pennies are prized by collectors, and the discovery of one can send the numismatic world into a frenzy. Now let's get to the heart of why this penny is so valuable. Most of the 1983 D pennies, if you were to find one in circulation today, would be worth just 1 cent. But here's where things get interesting. The era coins, those rare pennies struck on copper planchets, are worth much more, even up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, it's estimated that the value of these rare copper 1983 D pennies could potentially go as high as $100 million on the open market, depending on the condition and rarity of the coin. While this may seem unbelievable, the reality is that collectors have been paying top dollar for these pennies for years. The reason they're so valuable is that only a very small number of these copper pennies were ever released into circulation. The U.S. Mint quickly corrected the error, and once it was discovered that some copper planchets had found their way into the 1983 D production, they were pulled from circulation almost immediately. As a result, the copper 1983 pennies became incredibly rare and highly sought after by numismatists. To understand just how valuable these coins are, let's take a look at the current market trends. In recent years, the 1983 D copper penny has become one of the most coveted era coins in the world. Auction houses, coin dealers, and private collectors all compete for a chance to own one of these rare specimens. A single copper 1983 penny in mint condition could fetch anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 or more. And if you have one that has been professionally graded and verified by a trusted numismatic organization, the value could skyrocket, potentially reaching 7 figures. The allure of these coins lies not only in their rarity but also in their connection to an important chapter in U.S. coinage history. Furthermore, it's believed that the total market value of all the copper 1983 D pennies in existence could be worth well over $100 million when considering the rarity, condition, and growing demand among collectors. This makes the 1983 D copper penny one of the most valuable and sought-after coins of the 20th century. Now, if you're wondering how to identify a copper 1983 D penny, it's a great question. The first step is to check the weight of the coin. A regular 1983 penny weighs around 2.5 grams, while the copper version weighs about 3.11 grams. This slight difference in weight is a key indicator that you may have found a rare copper penny. Next, you'll want to examine the color of the coin. If the penny has a reddish-brown hue, similar to the original copper pennies, that's another strong indication that you might be holding a copper version. But, of course, the best way to be certain is to have the coin professionally graded by an expert in the field. They will be able to determine whether you have a true copper 1983D penny, and if you do, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. So, there you have it. The 1983D 1-cent coin is not just a piece of currency but a true treasure in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the story of this coin is a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary things can turn into extraordinary finds. The 1983D penny carries with it a piece of history, an era, and a story that's worth millions today. If you happen to find one of these rare copper pennies in your pocket change, you might just be holding the key to a fortune. But even if you don't, the thrill of the hunt is what makes collecting coins so exciting. Thank you so much for joining me today on this deep dive into the world of the 1983D 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing numismatic content. And remember, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden treasures. They're out there waiting to be discovered. Until next time, happy collecting. We dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, their histories, and their incredible values. Today, we're going to explore one of the most beloved coins in American history, the 1985 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. This coin, while seemingly modest, tells a story of American heritage and is a key player in the world of numismatics. But what truly makes this coin so special? Could this humble penny from 1985 be worth millions? Stick around as we uncover the history, value, and rarity of the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin. Before we get into the mind-blowing value of this coin, let's take a moment to explore its rich history. To understand the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must first look at its origin, dating back to the inception of the U.S. Mint in 1792. The cent, or penny, has been part of American currency since the early days of the Republic. Initially, coins were struck from copper and featured various designs, but it wasn't until 1909 that the famous Abraham Lincoln portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, became the official design for the U.S. penny. Since then, the coin has undergone a few changes, but its iconic design has remained largely unchanged. In 1985, the Liberty 1-cent coin was still part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. While the obverse side featured the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the reverse side displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a national symbol of freedom and democracy. 1985 was an important year in the history of the penny. The economy was in a state of transition, and the U.S. Mint produced these coins in great quantities to keep up with the demand. But little did anyone know that the simple penny minted that year would become a cornerstone of numismatic history. Now, let's talk about the circulation of the 1985 penny. The U.S. Mint produced billions of these coins in 1985, meaning they were widely circulated and used for everyday transactions. In fact, 1985 pennies were a staple in American change for years following their release. However, as time passed, many of these pennies were spent, lost, or melted down. It wasn't until much later that collectors began to notice something quite extraordinary about certain 1985 pennies. Most of these coins are still relatively easy to find, but there's a small group of them that are extremely rare and highly sought after. The key to this rarity lies in the quality of the coin. Most 1985 pennies in circulation show signs of wear and tear. They may have been in countless pockets or spent years in vending machines. But some coins, particularly those that were never circulated or remained in pristine condition, have become exceedingly rare. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value. So, what is the current value of a 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin? Well, for most of them, their value is, understandably, just 1 cent. But for certain coins, particularly those with extremely low mintage numbers or those that were struck with unique characteristics, the value skyrockets. One of the most valuable 1985 pennies out there is an error coin, a coin that was struck with a flaw during the minting process. There are reports of 1985 pennies that were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet, leading to a coin with a double date or other distinct errors. These era coins are highly prized in the numismatic world and can sell for thousands of dollars. But the real shock comes when we talk about the market value of the 1985 penny today. In recent years, the value of rare coins has surged, and some 1985 pennies, in perfect uncirculated condition, have been reported to sell for as much as $100,000 or more at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1985 penny could be worth a small fortune. But the true gem of the 1985 series is a coin that has recently made headlines, a coin that could be worth upwards of $100 million in today's market. This isn't just speculation, it's based on an extremely rare batch of pennies that were believed to have been struck with a unique error, making them stand out from the rest. These coins are so rare that only a handful are known to exist, and they're coveted by collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. So, what does the future hold for the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin? With the increasing interest in rare era coins and the growing popularity of coin collecting as an investment, it's safe to say that the value of these pennies will continue to rise. If you happen to stumble upon a 1985 penny in your pocket change, don't be too quick to dismiss it. That simple, humble penny could be worth a fortune. Even if your 1985 penny isn't a rare era coin, it's still a piece of American history. As collectors and investors continue to search for the next big find, the 1985 penny remains a symbol of the past and a potential treasure of the future. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin holds a special place in the numismatic world. Who would have thought that such a small, simple coin could hold so much value, both in terms of history and in terms of dollars? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about coins and their incredible histories. And as always, remember to keep an eye on your pocket change. You never know when you might come across the next big treasure. This script is designed to keep your viewers engaged with a mix of historical context, numismatic details, and a tantalizing look at the potential value of the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin. It balances storytelling with valuable information, making it perfect for a deep dive into this fascinating coin. We dive into the fascinating world of coins, their histories, and their value. Today, we have something truly special to discuss. We're going to explore the Liberty 1-cent coin from 2002, a coin that holds a world of history and potential value you might not even realize. You'll be astonished to learn about the coin's remarkable history, its role in American numismatics, and the incredible worth it can carry today. From its minting origins to its circulation, and even its staggering market value of up to $100 million in some cases, this coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a true treasure in the world of numismatics. Get comfortable, grab a magnifying glass, and let's journey through time in coin collecting like never before. The Liberty 1-cent coin of 2002, also known as the Lincoln cent, is a familiar piece of American history. It has been in circulation for more than a century, but the year 2002 holds special significance, and here's why. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another regular penny, but its design, production, and circulation carry a wealth of fascinating details. The coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, but it's the other features, the mint marks, the shape, the material, that can make it stand out in your collection. The 2002 Lincoln cent was minted during a transitional period in U.S. coinage history. In this year, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the familiar copper-plated zinc coin, maintaining the design that had been in use since 1909. However, some key changes were made to the coin's production to better meet the needs of the economy and collectors alike. Now, let's take a deeper dive into the history of the Liberty 1-cent coin. The Lincoln cent, which the 2002 coin belongs to, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent, which had been in circulation for decades. The design of the Lincoln cent itself is a symbol of American heritage. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find the profile of Abraham Lincoln, created by the artist Victor David Brenner. This was the first coin in U.S. history to feature the image of a real person on the obverse. Previous coins featured allegorical figures. Over the years, the coin's reverse design underwent several changes. The 2002 version of the coin kept the traditional Lincoln portrait on the obverse, while the reverse design still depicted the familiar image of the Union shield, which had been in circulation since 1959. The shield design was symbolic of Lincoln's preservation of the Union during the Civil War. The 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin was minted by the U.S. Mint at multiple facilities, including Philadelphia, with the P mint mark, Denver, with the D mint mark, and San Francisco, which produced proof coins. Each of these minting facilities had its own quirks that contributed to the coin's rarity and uniqueness. One of the most interesting facts about the 2002 penny is its composition. The coin's core is made of 97.5% zinc, and it is coated with a thin layer of copper, which gives it its distinct reddish-brown color. This composition was introduced in 1982, replacing the earlier 95% copper composition that was in use for decades. The U.S. Mint had to make this change due to the rising cost of copper and the necessity of maintaining affordable coin production. Interestingly, the 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin was also part of the larger transition in American coinage that would eventually see the release of the State Quarters Program, the presidential dollar coins, and other circulating coins. Even though it's just a simple penny, it represents a pivotal moment in the ongoing evolution of U.S. coinage. Now, let's get to the really exciting part: the value of the 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin. You may already know that most pennies, including the 2002 version, are worth just 1 cent in everyday transactions. However, the value of a coin can vary dramatically depending on its rarity, condition, and specific attributes. For most of us, the 2002 penny is nothing more than pocket change. But what if I told you that some of these coins have been known to fetch amounts much higher than their nominal value? For starters, the 2002 penny in excellent condition, known as uncirculated, can be worth up to several dollars. The value increases when the coin has been kept in pristine condition and has not been exposed to the wear and tear of circulation. Additionally, certain varieties of the 2002 penny, such as error coins, which feature minting mistakes, can skyrocket in value. Some rare errors from the 2002 minting process, such as double die errors or off-center strikes, have been reported and are highly sought after by collectors. These coins can bring in thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, some error coins from this year can sell for $10,000 or more depending on their rarity and condition. Hold on to your seats, because here's where things get really interesting. Some versions of the 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin have been speculated to be worth up to $100 million. Now I know what you're thinking. How could a single penny possibly be worth such a staggering amount? Well, this myth stems from the discovery of certain rare and highly coveted error pennies that were mistakenly struck with a higher value. These coins were not supposed to exist, and their existence is part of one of the most exciting stories in modern numismatics. According to some reports, a small number of 2002 pennies were mistakenly struck using special dies that were meant for a higher denomination coin, such as a $50 or even a dollar coin. These off-metal error coins are considered among the rarest of the rare in the coin collecting world, and their value has been estimated to be in the tens of millions. While there's no confirmed case of a 2002 penny actually selling for $100 million, these coins remain the subject of intense speculation and excitement among collectors and investors. If such a coin were ever discovered, it would undoubtedly make headlines in the numismatic world. So, where can you find a 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin in good condition, or perhaps even an error coin that could be worth thousands of dollars? There are a few places to look. Local coin dealers often carry a wide variety of coins, including modern pennies. If you're lucky, you might come across a rare find. Websites like eBay or heritage auctions often feature rare coins, including 2002 Liberty cents, in various conditions and with different error types. Many collectors enjoy hunting through rolls of coins looking for rare finds. You can purchase rolls of pennies at local banks and go through them one by one, searching for unique varieties or coins in uncirculated condition. When you're hunting for rare 2002 pennies, it's important to look for specific characteristics, such as double dies or off-center strikes. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. Special mint marks or subtle design variations. The 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin may seem like a simple penny at first glance, but as we've learned today, it has a rich history, fascinating design, and potential for enormous value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, this coin is definitely one to keep an eye on. Who knows, you might just be holding a coin that could one day be worth a small fortune. Thank you for joining me on this numismatic adventure today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Numismatics Coins History for more exciting insights into the world of coins, their stories, and their hidden treasures. Until next time, keep collecting, and remember, the next penny you find could be your ticket to millions. The Liberty 1-cent coin 2002, a hidden treasure worth millions. Asterisk. Until next time, happy collecting! This script is designed to be engaging, informative, and highly detailed, providing a thorough understanding of the coin's history, value, and potential worth. It also invites viewers to get excited about collecting and searching for hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of numismatics or simply fascinated by the rich history behind everyday coins, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to delve deep into the story of one particular coin that's quietly become a cornerstone of modern US coinage. Yes, you guessed it. We're talking about the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that may just have some hidden secrets worth uncovering. Stay tuned for an in-depth look at its history, value, and why it could be worth far more than you think. Let's dive in! Before we take a closer look at the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin, let's talk about the historical context. The US 1-cent coin, or penny, has a storied history that dates back to 1793. Over the years, this humble coin has gone through several redesigns, each reflecting the changing times and the nation's evolving ideals. The original penny, designed by Robert Scott, featured a liberty cap on a pole, symbolizing freedom. However, it wasn't until 1909 that the penny saw its first major redesign, with the introduction of the famous Lincoln cent designed by Victor David Brenner. It depicted President Abraham Lincoln in profile on the obverse, and on the reverse, we saw 2 ears of wheat, symbolizing America's agricultural roots. Fast forward to 1959, and we see the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design remained unchanged until 2009, when the U.S. Mint introduced a new series to celebrate Lincoln's life and legacy. Now, let's talk about the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin. The 2015 penny was part of the ongoing series that the U.S. Mint has been producing since the 1909 Lincoln cent. But what makes the 2015 so special? Well, it's all about the mint mark and the subtle design details that set it apart from other years. First, let's examine the coin's design. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, as featured on all Lincoln cents since 1909. The coin's reverse showcases the Union Shield design, which was introduced in 2010. The shield symbolizes the nation's strength and unity, with 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies and a horizontal band across the center with the word E pluribus unum, out of many, one. But what makes the 2015 D version of this coin particularly interesting is its mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which has been operational since 1906, producing coins for circulation. The Denver Mint plays a crucial role in U.S. coinage, and the presence of the D mint mark on the penny indicates that this coin was struck at that very facility. Now, the minting quality of the 2015 D penny is excellent. It was struck with precision, as is typical of U.S. Mint products, and you can see the fine details on both sides of the coin. But where things get truly intriguing is when we look at the coin's potential value. Here's where things get really interesting. The face value of the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin is obviously just 1 cent, but many collectors and numismatists have started to pay attention to its potential for growth and value. At first glance, the 2015 penny might seem like just another regular coin to most people, but it's important to consider a few factors. The coin was minted in significant numbers, so it's not exactly rare in that sense. However, its value is driven by the market's growing interest in coins that have distinct characteristics. These factors can include the coin's quality, the minting year, and even the condition of the coin. Now, let's talk about the big money behind this penny. While a single 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin may not be worth much today, there are whispers in the numismatic community that certain pennies from this year could see a significant increase in value. Some coins have already sold at auction for substantial amounts, particularly those in pristine, uncirculated condition. In 2015, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but among them, a small subset of coins could be worth much more. Especially if they were struck with a unique combination of die errors or extraordinary minting quality, which has been known to happen. The 2015 penny could easily find its way into a collection of high demand, as these coins are not only part of the ongoing Lincoln cent series but also represent the era of modern U.S. coinage. Some estimates predict that, if trends continue, this penny could be worth upwards of $100 million in the market. Yes, you heard that right, $100 million. Now, that's not for every 2015D penny, but certain ones, particularly those found in exceptional condition, could grow in value exponentially over time. So, why the sudden spike in interest for a coin as small as the penny? Well, collectors are always on the lookout for rare and undervalued items, and the 2015D Liberty 1 cent coin is a prime example of a coin that could have future investment value. There's also the fact that most people don't realize the potential of everyday coins. While the penny is often dismissed as just spare change, it holds a place of historical significance, and, in some cases, could be part of a massive future windfall. Furthermore, the world of coin collecting has been evolving rapidly. With the rise of digital auctions and increased global interest in US coins, the value of rarer coins, especially those with unique qualities, has skyrocketed. Coins like the 2015D penny are becoming more sought after as collectors look for items that may not only hold historical value but could also become incredibly valuable in the future. Now, if you're wondering how to tell if your 2015D penny might be one of those future treasures, there are a few things to look for. First, check the quality of the coin. Is it uncirculated? Has it been kept in pristine condition? Coins with minimal wear and tear, and those with sharp details, are more likely to fetch a higher price in the market. Next, look for any die errors. Errors like double die, off-center strikes, or unusual minting inconsistencies can make a coin more valuable. And of course, if you happen to find a 2015D penny with a particularly low mintage or a unique characteristic, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Finally, the best advice I can give you is to keep track of the coin's market value. As the market for rare coins evolves, you'll want to monitor auction results and see how much people are willing to pay for these pennies. Some collectors are already paying premium prices for high-quality examples. So, what do you think? Could your 2015D Liberty 1 cent coin be worth a fortune one day? While it's certainly not an everyday occurrence to find a coin worth millions, it's always exciting to think that a small, seemingly insignificant coin could one day be worth a lot more than its face value. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more numismatic insights, and maybe even a few surprises in future videos. And if you have any 2015D pennies lying around, maybe it's time to take a closer look at them. Until next time, happy collecting!